The other day, somebody calls Biden on Christmas Day. A father says, "Hey, President, yeah, thank you so much for everything. And hey, let's go, Brandon." Yeah, let's go, Brandon. What do you mean, yeah, let's go, Brandon? There's got to be something missing there to not know what's let's go, Brandon.
Did you think that was disrespectful, though?
Do I think LeBron calling President Trump an effing chump disrespectful? Yeah, that's an influencer. I think that's disrespectful. I think a guy
that wasn't to his face. This was on the phone to the president.
Let me tell you, if first of all, you know I don't like that kind of stuff. I've never liked that kind of stuff. It's not my style at all to do any of that kind of stuff. I don't like you talking to a president that way. But at the same time, if a person's coming out and saying something like that, you ought to be aware to pause it at that point and say,
"What are you talking about, buddy?"
I'm sorry, what? That's really your best message on Christmas Day?
Yeah.
You're getting a call in and you're using that opportunity to do this? That says more about your character than it says about.
Yeah.
But I understand why the.
Can we show that clip or no?
Is it on Fox or CNN? See if you can pull it up on Twitter and we'll commentate on it. Go ahead, David.
But Pat, wouldn't you say that if Biden would have reacted to it, it's almost like confirming that. It's almost like giving that person more power.
Yeah, I get that, but I don't even know if he fully knows what's "Let's Go, Brandon." Yeah, I don't know.
I gotta imagine. Well, his wife gave an eye roll, like a side eye. She knew exactly what was going on.
Yeah, but she's not the president.
No, he knows what's. There's no way that he can not be aware of what they're.
He's the president to just kind of say, "Yeah, let's go, Brandon." That's not a good look.
Okay, look. While he's pulling this up, let me tell you something. I don't care if I had the opportunity to do a phone call with Donald Trump, and I don't think it's a secret that I'm not a big fan of his. And he's saying, "Hey, just want to wish you and your happy family a happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, happy holidays, wishing you the best in New Year." You know what I say? "Thank you very much, Mr. President. I wish the same to your family." And I hang up the phone and I say, "I just spoke to the freaking President of the United States." This isn't politics at that point.
What does that mean to you, though? You're a class act.
I'm just saying, like, you have the opportunity to speak to the president, and you're going to be. This guy's name is Schmeck.
I would like
acting like a freaking schmuck.
I would like for you to hold LeBron just as accountable when we had this conversation 4 months ago, and you said, "I don't think that's a big deal."
Well, there's a difference between saying it into the just atmosphere or saying it to the president's face.
No,
if LeBron would have been on the phone call with Trump and said, "Trump, I think you're a piece of crap," I would have said that as so disrespectful.
Guys had a chance to go to the White House, and they said, "We refuse to go to the White House." That's an insult.
I agree.
Okay, so
I agree.
So meaning,
but to their face is so disrespectful. How many shitty comments do you get on internet? You get a lot of hate on the internet.
LeBron is not everybody.
Someone wouldn't say that to your face.
LeBron's not everybody. LeBron's not everybody.
I agree with you on LeBron.
So all I'm saying is say that, but hold the fire on the same side of your end. Don't just say it on the opposite side. Yeah. I'm not going to get on and say, "Hey, Mr. Joe Biden, President Joe, let's go, Brian." What are you doing? Yeah. I mean, you get an opportunity to do this. That just says a lot about you. And the guy's probably a troll trying to make an opportunity out of it. It is what it is. Right. All I'm saying to you is the same people that sat there and said, "Man, I'm just done with this SOB as a president, man. It's because everything's a freaking fight. I need somebody a little bit more peaceful." Yeah, okay, no problem. You keep doing that, and a guy behind closed doors making a phone call saying, "Take all my negative reviews down because I am such and such from China." And they're going to constantly impose. Look, let's just say we're nemesis. Let's just say we're enemies, you and I. But we'll go to lunch, we'll have dinner together, we'll have a conversation together, and you're reasonable and I'm reasonable. Guess what? We'll make it work. Make sense? We'll make it work. But let's say you have not an ounce of reason in you. You don't have an ounce of willingness to work with me.
Yeah.
Do you think I should be hiring somebody that's a softie to go in a room with you to negotiate? Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be comfortable with that. We need somebody that's going to be able to handle somebody like you, if that's who you are as a nemesis. What is China's DNA today? Are they willing to collaborate? Are they willing to be reasonable? Is there any ounce of reason being seen by China? I don't think so. You need somebody that can handle a situation like that.
And by the way, I'm not shocked about what Xi Jinping is doing. Obviously, he's silencing voices. You know, I was at that, Gary Kasparov invited me to that Freedom Forum. I told this story, I'll tell it again. You know, it's dissidents from all over the world. The one Iranian journalist, the girl with the great hair, she knows who you are. You know who she is. Great. She spoke. An Iraqi guy, a Uyghur from China. I spoke to this one lady. She had her own area called the Firewall Cafe, and she basically, the whole purpose was you pull up an internet, you Google. An example that she did was you Google. Like, Tyler, do this. Let's do this experiment. Google Xi Jinping, Winnie the Pooh. Have you seen this?
Yeah.
Okay. Xi Jinping, Winnie the Pooh. So if you do that in America, this is what pops up, right? Images of Xi Jinping looking like Winnie the Pooh. Okay, ha ha ha. He kind of has this, bear-ish demeanor. Okay, it's funny. Obviously, he's not a freaking yellow cartoon, whatever. If you do that in China, you know what pops up? Just images of Xi Jinping. Zero Winnie the Pooh. And then I say, all right, let's try something else. Pull up Donald Trump. If you pull up Donald Trump in America here, pull just images of Donald Trump, right? You're going to see some good stuff, some bad stuff, some family stuff, some honorable stuff. But for the most part, do you think those are bad images of Donald Trump?
No.
No. Every image that you put up in China is his hair flipped to a side, he's yelling, he's doing his thing. It's the censorship. And it's exactly what they talked about when the Amazon reviews. It's 5 stars or it's nothing. How long can that last? How long can people just say, I got no say, I got no voice?
What do you mean? I mean, if you have to realize, you know how you ask somebody, I like to ask people, and I say, so where are you from? I'm from Montana. So how was it growing up here? You know what's a common answer people say? I don't know any otherwise. All I know is Montana.
Right.
All I know what it is to grow up in China. All I know what it is to grow up in Iran. All I know is what it is to grow up in Leningrad. They don't know the difference.
Yeah.
So that can go on for a long, long time.
But they know, let's use North Korea as an example. I
Yeah.
mean, that's an extreme example. I'm not saying that North Korea is China, but I mean, our friend, what's our girl's name?
Yeonmi Park.
Naomi Park, my girl, she knew exactly why they're trying to sneak out of North Korea. They
but
know what's going on.
You know how she got out?
It was insane how she got out.
Yeah, that's not everyone's
Yes.
way of getting out. So
But the point is they're aware of their horrible lifestyle.
To the point of how long can people go with this, these were experiments run in the 50s and the 60s. Long story short, they ran one experiment to see who would shock somebody if an authority figure told them to. 65% of people would kill another person if they were told to. Okay, and in this one on the right is another experiment in the 50s to see how much social pressure from a majority could affect people, and the conclusion was people were literally willing to ignore reality to conform to the group. So it's peer pressure is a serious. How long can people accept this and say we have no voice? For as long as the authorities tell them to. I mean, it's not as far-fetched as one might imagine. But Adam, to your point about Trump destroying democracy to go after China, and we should have DeSantis, and you have to think.
I didn't say destroying democracy. I just, civility.
Civility. Well, you have to think that even no matter who it is, if somebody goes after China, they're going to destroy civility because who owns Forbes now? It's China, right? It's a Chinese company. Harvard has taken $1 billion in donations from China, and that's just what's reported. There's been
Texas A&M.
Exactly. There's been over $10 billion given to American universities. Okay.
What is it called? Confucius schools?
Yeah, exactly. Half of the active ingredients in American pharmaceuticals come from China. I mean, they have so much power. Eric Swalwell was sleeping with a Chinese spy. Dianne Feinstein's driver for 20 years was a Chinese spy. I mean, if we go after China, they're going to wreck the country. They have their tentacles in everywhere, and they're going to pull their manipulation and control, and it's going to be ugly.
I think if you do or you don't, they're going to do it anyways.
Yeah.
I think if you do or you don't, they're going to do it anyways. I just think you need a strong figure that can go up against somebody like that that's not scared. I don't think you need a softie to do that. I think you need somebody real. So if you enjoyed this little short segment from the podcast that we did, here's another short segment to watch. Or if you want to see the entire podcast, click over here. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.